Hey everybody, welcome to the PowerCast Team Powerhouse. Eric and David live with you every Tuesday. So excited to have with us very special guests. We have the Picture Perfect Home Staging Company. We have Kim and Lacey, a mother and daughter team. Very exciting show tonight. Please don't hesitate to ask questions. We've got a lot to talk about today, and we are so excited to have you guys here today. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
We're excited as well.
It's a very cool company, guys. Picture Perfect Staging Company. What does that mean? That means that somebody's looking to stage their home. They come in and make your home look like everything you've always wanted. But before we get into that, let's make sure you watch us every week. Go to YouTube, watch us live on Team Powerhouse Real Estate. Hit subscribe on YouTube. Go to TikTok. Go to Facebook. Go to Instagram. Go to Apple Podcasts. Go to Twitch. And go to Spotify, watch us, listen to us in the car ride home. We're excited to be with you guys. And watch these young ladies talk about how to take your home and make it to everything you've ever wanted and help us realtors actually sell your home for a lot more money than you ever thought you can get. That being said, all right, so we have Kim next to Eric, Lacey right next to me over here. Kim and Lacey, where are you guys from?
Oh, we're both from Southington, Connecticut.
Yes.
Born and raised, both
Cool.
of us.
Yes, both of us.
Local
were.
ladies.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Very nice. And how did you start in the business? I mean, this is,
Yeah.
to get involved in the staging, it's not just something that's like, I have plenty of furniture in my house and I'm going to start staging homes. How does
Right.
that even happen?
I'll let her kind of go into it because it was her idea.
Lacey.
There's a little
Yeah.
backstory, but yeah, it was her idea to start the business.
So we've always been interested in, decor and decorating and this and that. And I said, Mom, we should pull the trigger and get into something. And that's when I was thinking, well, I don't really want to be an interior designer because I don't really want to be responsible for making someone extremely happy with their money. I want to do something like staging where, it makes a difference in the real estate market and they get money in return from what we're doing. And so, it actually did happen quite overnight actually. We were like, let's just pull the trigger, let's just do this. We bought 1 to 2 houses worth of inventory. We got a
Wow.
great gig up front. It led to a broker's tour where
Yes.
other realtors really liked our stuff, and that's where we connected with our main realtors that we work with today.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So just to understand, so you guys kind of bought a company that was kind of running
No.
itself a little bit, or like,
No,
Nope, we just sat down at a table one night. We had to make a decision, like Lacey said. We were offered a really good stage that was coming through an estate, but we needed to kind of become official if we were going to take that next step.
Yes.
So we sat down and we decided this is what we're going to do. We kind of just the name. We threw out 3 or 4 names. We kind of knew what we wanted. We knew what our look was going to be. We then were able to get all the necessary things like our marketing, insurance, things that they were requesting. And we said, yeah, we'll do it. We'll take it. With our first stage, we ended up, like Lacey just said, we took that profit and we bought 2 or 3 houses worth of furniture and props
Wow.
and basically started our business with that one house. And like Lacey said, that's where we made our connections with all of our realtors at that broker
Yeah.
open house.
and that was like a 5-day turnaround, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like when we
That's-
put our mind to something, we
yeah.
go for it.
It was a
so.
Sunday night. It was June 15th, and I remember.
And that stage was on
2015.
Friday, and
Yeah.
ever since then just took off.
So you guys have just hit an anniversary too.
Yeah,
Okay.
we did.
That's fantastic.
We did just hit our anniversary.
You touched on something. She mentioned insurance. So
Yeah.
one thing to know about these guys is they're insured, which
Right.
means that you can depend on them when it comes to furniture, right? Obviously, you need to make sure that you're
Yeah.
got good furniture, that it's insured, yada yada
Yeah.
yada.
You need to protect. You need to make sure. People. There's a lot of walkthrough in houses, and you need to make sure that if something happens with a piece of your furniture, or you're covered. And the sellers also want to know they're working with someone who has insurance.
Right, good quality
Just like anything
people
else.
with good quality furniture, because the way your home looks on camera, the way your home looks when someone walks to your house is everything in this business today.
Correct.
When you have a house to sell, and listen, all of us have a house we own, right? And we'd love to say that our furniture is picture perfect, But in reality, it's not. It's
Pun
that
intended.
furniture that maybe the dogs or the cats or
Lived
the
in.
lived in.
Yeah.
It's kind of beaten up.
Mm-hmm.
You got probably a couch when you were in college or something that's handed down from your grandma and grandpa.
Right.
And the house actually looks older inside because of the furniture you own.
Right.
And not to be insensitive to any of you
Yeah.
out there, but you have to come to a reality. The time is to take your home today in this market where you can get more money than you ever got before and make it look, I love the name, picture perfect.
Yeah.
It really is a great name, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And also too, what you touched on is right. You have to be very sensitive when you're in someone's home that they've lived in for 5 years, 35 years, 45 years. You have to be sensitive about how you're talking about the feel of their home. And you have to explain, look, this is great for your everyday living. I even say, my house looks like this. It's nice and
Right.
comfy. But we
Yes.
have to take this to the next level if you're going to put it on the market and you want to get what you're asking for.
And in order to do that, you have to have another perspective, and that's where we come in.
100%. Eric and I will walk into your house, and you may have had us do this before. We walk in your house and walking around, everything looks in decent shape, or maybe needs a little paint, or it needs a little something to kind of give it a finished look to it. And then we're looking at your furniture, and we're saying to ourselves, okay, listen, we have to tell you this information. Your home is a great house, but because of the furniture you have in your home, and it's lived in, it looks kind of raggedy or old or dated, and it doesn't sound nice for us to say it to you. But know that we have the best intentions. And your realtors out there want to help you sell your house.
Right.
They want to get you as much money for your home, and more than ever, you want that money.
Absolutely.
And how your house looks on camera from the beginning. That means that someone's going to come into your house. They're going to make sure that they want to come see your house.
Yeah.
Right? That's the first part.
Yes.
The second thing is when they get in there to understand how your flow of your house is, because whether you have a ranch or a cape or a colonial, and sometimes you have an eclectic type home with many different levels and
Yes.
let's say a split level house.
Yes.
And how to get people to understand how they're going to live in your home and then visualize that emotionally and personally.
Right.
Exactly, and I think like you mentioned, that starts online, right? The furniture where we stage, that goes into your pictures that get posted online. People look online first, they get drawn in, they want to come to your house. It starts there.
100%.
Yeah.
Where is your office located, by the way?
So we're located in Southington.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And what are your hours?
Oh, that's funny.
about-
Anything from midnight to midnight. So we've done.
That's a great
We've
answer.
done. Yeah, it's true. We've done back-to-back stages. So first of all, we've never said no to a stage. We've never not met a realtor's deadline
I can
or a
attest to that.
seller's deadline. So
Definitely,
if someone
definitely.
says to me, I'm in a bind and I need to have this house on the market Thursday, we will go there at 9 p.m. at night and stage till early morning hours. We've actually staged houses so late that one of us wake up in the morning at 4 or 5 to go see what it looks like in the sunlight. You know what I mean? Because when you stage in dark, sometimes you don't get the full effect, and lighting is a
Right.
huge thing when it comes to the visual look of staging.
Kim, actually, I remember in a staging we did in West Haven, and I can tell you that I remember talking to Kim, and she's like, we finished in the middle of the night. I want to go back and see. You said
Yeah.
to me how it looks in the daylight. And I was
important.
like, I didn't know how to even react to that question. I was like, what does that mean? And
It's
then
important.
you kind of explained to me, like, listen, we did this late at night. I want to see how the sunlight hits the furniture where it's located,
Yeah.
if it's going to be what it needs to do to
Yeah.
make the house look great.
Yeah, I mean, and it's usually spot on because we've been doing this for so long. Every once in a while, maybe we have to change out a curtain because we don't like the lighting, how it comes through the curtain. But typically like I said, we've been doing this a long time, so we kind of know even placement of lighting in the house is important. So I say to the realtor and the buyer, how we leave everything, these lights and everything, this is how you want it for when your photographer comes in and for
Right.
walkthroughs. So not just natural light, but actual lighting in a home is super important.
The
Exactly.
sellers, when they listen to you say certain things, do they understand always right away? Or are they a little kind of pushback?
So
Because I know that we had some
Yeah.
pushback, you and I, with my
we
seller.
certainly did have,
right?
yeah.
And what happens is because they think that they don't see the value at first of it, right?
Right.
So, again, we've had this situation
Yeah.
where I had a client, the nicest guy in the world, he didn't see the value in the staging opportunity of his house.
Yeah.
After you came in, he was like, oh my God, I
Yeah.
see it now.
Yeah.
I think guys in general are not as visual people, and I'm not generalizing now, and I'm including myself in there, but guys are not as visual as, let's say, a woman is. And I'm not sound sexist or negative or whatever. But it's one of those things that sometimes, like having a vision, if you've been in the business, it's easier to kind of see vision.
Yeah.
And if you haven't,
Absolutely.
understanding the words coming to you or until you physically see it, it's one of those things that kind of hit you right away.
Yeah,
Yep.
and that's kind of where we kind of like, we don't go overboard with the explaining, because we know right when they see it, it's just done. They know why that light's on, because it looks good.
Yes.
Like so we don't have to go too far into the, I'm coming back in the morning. Sometimes I don't even let them know I'm coming back in
Right.
the morning. We say leave the lights
By
on
the way,
how they are.
she's referring to an empty home.
An empty,
Yes.
I don't just show up at houses so with people there, but an empty home. But you know what I mean? So we already have that set where we know
Absolutely.
it's gonna be fine. And usually when the homeowner comes home, they know what we were talking about prior.
Absolutely.
So on that topic, so you do occupied homes as well?
Yes, occupied homes is a huge thing, because not all people have the opportunity to, move out of a home into a
Right.
new home.
They're not in
and then-
Florida selling their house in Connecticut.
Correct.
Right.
So a lot of times, a lot of our homes are occupied, and those are the most important, because those are the ones that David was just talking about, where you might have that raggedy old couch from your grandmother that you love, or too much furniture. We've
And-
seen that.
Absolutely. Too much furniture. Very common thing. And you just said that. They've got too much furniture, too many plants,
Too many
thi-
trinkets.
Too many trinkets.
Too many personal items out.
Call it
So,
tchotchkes.
yeah.
They don't realize less is more.
Less
Yeah.
is more.
Yeah.
Very well said.
Less is
So what do they
more.
do with the old stuff?
Okay, so basically on an occupied
I
stage,
can tell you what they should do with it.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
we go out and we meet with the person, and basically what it is, it's not an overnight thing with an occupied stage. We have to basically give them homework. So we say, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna walk through the home, and this is what needs to be done before we could even put our stuff in, because our stuff is only gonna look as good as what we're laying it over.
100%.
Okay? So if we need to really be honest with them, now on an occupied stage, we do not bring in any furniture. We may at times bring in a coffee table.
So
or-
what you're saying is you might take the furniture they have in their home and help them stage your own furniture.
Yep, that's what we do.
exactly what we do.
bring in
But-
trendy props, accessories, new curtains, rugs.
One of the things that I can tell you that we do a lot is we walk into a client's house and I say to them, if you're going to be selling your house, where are you going? Are you keeping this furniture that you're going to be, going to your next position? And most of the time the answer is no.
Yeah.
So right away, the most important thing you need to know is if you're selling your home and you live in a house, right? Let me ask you this question. I'm putting you on the spot over here. I didn't even prepare this question for
That's
you.
okay.
Okay, they get rid of their furniture because I told them it's no good.
Mm-hmm.
You bring in your furniture and they're living in the house. Is that okay?
So we've only done that a handful of times. Now, I'll be honest, we haven't been into a house that's been so bad that we can't use the couch and a chair. We've had said, like, we're not gonna use your coffee table, it's extremely outdated. We'll bring in small pieces if need be.
Yeah.
But I've never really had someone, I think we maybe brought in a couch one time, and we just explained to them, it was in a formal living room. So they knew they couldn't sit on it and ruin the pillows and the blankets and everything, so it was kind of easy. Usually an occupied stage is just us transforming their home into something different, and it works.
Using their existing large pieces of furniture.
Yeah.
We replace everything else.
Now, this is one great idea, and I'm going to just kind of throw a little mix into this. If you're leaving your home and you're relocating, get rid of your
Yeah.
furniture now, because here's the problem. It's very difficult to get rid of furniture. All these places that say they take furniture, they're not taking furniture. They've got more
Right.
furniture than they can even do anything with,
Right.
unfortunately.
Right.
So I tell people all the time, start getting rid of your furniture now,
Right.
because it'll make your mind and body less stressed out when you go under contract. We're gonna sell your house. We're gonna make you a lot of money. Get rid of the furniture now and let Kim and Lacey come in there
Yeah.
and make it look like it should.
Yeah.
That's what makes the difference.
Yeah, part of the homework I always tell the people, I tell them, if you're not taking it with you, you're doing one or two things. You're basically doing one or two things. You're taking it with you, so pack it. We don't need your trinkets.
That's
Pack
right.
them up and get them ready to go. If you're not taking it, get a dumpster or bring it to Goodwill or however you get rid of your items.
Yes.
And then we go through the furniture. We don't need this, we don't need this piece. Keep this couch. If you're not taking this end table, you can get rid of the end table. We do things like that. So that way, once we get in there, it's like a clean slate with a few pieces of their furniture.
Excellent. Now, what part of the state in Connecticut do you cover? Look, I've had you come to a few different places. How far will you go between Hartford, New Haven.
Well,
We've had you in West Haven, I know so
Yeah,
far.
well,
Um,
I'm going to Stanford on Friday morning, so if that answers your question. Like I
That's a
said,
good
we
answer.
don't say no to any of our realtors that we work with. And if I get a call directly from a seller offline, I'm not saying no. So we've done all parts of the state.
Yep.
I will say to you guys, if you haven't used a stager before, these guys are amazing. There's so many things that they bring to the table for you as selling a house. Maybe you want to get new furniture for your home, and maybe you need your significant other to kind of get an idea of what they need for furniture. Maybe you want to go to their website. I'm sorry, not the website. Their Facebook page, their Instagram page. Jonathan's going to pop up their Facebook and Instagram pages over there so you have an idea what they do. They're going to show you some before and after photos, because when it comes to our properties that we're selling, we need you to understand how different it looks and how different it feels. So
I get a
tell me-
question real quick.
Yes.
So has anyone, either buyer or seller, offered to buy the furniture
Oh, good
that you guys have
question.
staged there?
Yeah, so it happens quite frequently actually, but we usually never go forward with that because to replace those items is just a hefty job on our end. And you know, that's our business, so we don't give it up easily, but yeah, of course, we give them some tips and tricks though.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting you say that but you give them good ideas what to buy. Whether
Exactly.
they're going to be at,
Right.
you know,
Right.
Pilgrims, or they're going to
Right.
be at the place, Jordan's, or they're
Yeah.
going to be at, my favorite place is, what's it called, which people make fun of me all the time. It's a place I have in Southington and
Home
also,
Goods. Not Home Goods.
furniture-wise, is Bob's. Ready for
Bob's.
this?
Oh, Bob's.
I always say to people, you don't realize what they have to offer you there, this furniture kind of
Yeah,
things.
absolutely.
So all these
Yeah.
furniture places, it's good to go to and check out and see what they are for your homes when you're buying houses.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. But looking at Lacey and Kim's product helps you identify as a buyer
Yeah.
maybe what you want and the kind of style you want in your house.
Exactly. I think like one time, there was this table that just fit perfectly in this one house we did, and they wanted it bad, and so we let it go.
Yeah,
But-
we let it go. I think that was the only time. I think we have people call and say, "Hey, my wife really likes that bench at the end of the bed," and I say, "Well, I'm not going to sell it, but I got it at Home Goods or wherever I got it. I tell them where I get it
Yeah,
because
yeah.
to us, we've used it 100 times, and you know, it's part of our inventory. So I'm just going to have to go back out and buy one.
Right.
You know, even if I'm not going to overcharge them when they can clearly go see. So I just tell them where we got it, and it's just easier that way.
Now tell me what is a full stage and an occupied stage, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so,
If I've covered that already, I apologize.
no, it's pretty straightforward. So full stage is when the home is vacant and it has no furniture in it. It's not occupied. We go in and we bring full living room set, dining room set, whatever, master bedroom, whatever they need. And an occupied stage is when there's somebody still living in the stage and we utilize their furniture in the stage, and we just bring in trendy,
Pieces.
yep, trendy pieces, props,
Room
accessories, and
accents.
fabric.
So what's the
Yeah.
most popular room accent? Or what makes, really improves the
Pillow-
room?
Pillows.
Pillows.
Yeah.
Thousands.
Okay.
Definitely pillows.
We have thousands, and I'm big on like pillows, throw blankets, and I like greenery. You know, yeah, I like to throw greenery on top of things, but definitely the pillows. I would say we own 3,000 pillows. It's hilarious. We're really addicted to pillows.
Like, not 3,000, but definitely maybe like 500.
Yeah, I know.
That's a lot of
Thousands.
pillows.
We have a
Wow.
lot.
A lot,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie. We have a lot of pillows. Like our whole inventory is just rows and rows of. It just looks
Pillows.
like pillows. And pillows, you know. So
I love it.
that's
I
our
love it.
favorite part of the stage.
So if somebody was living in a house, right, and we felt the furniture needed to be changed out, now, would you allow us to have you guys come in, stage the home, right, while they're living there?
So typically, it wouldn't happen again.
You're right.
It
You're
wouldn't-
right.
It normally doesn't happen because no one's. Here's the thing with staging. Staging also covers imperfections. So they might not have trendy furniture, but that doesn't mean we can't make it look trendy with our 400 pillows. You know what I
Right.
mean? Or our blankets or a different accent rug. So no, we wouldn't bring in full furniture for an occupied.
But how about this? And we've done this before. We tell the clients, you need to leave for a week, and your furniture comes in, and it looks amazing, right? Because honestly, in this kind of market,
Yeah.
we can sell your house pretty quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's go back to the fact of when someone gets furniture in their home, and let's just say it's an empty home, which is a little different, right?
Yeah.
How long do you leave furniture in a house?
So we started many years ago giving the sellers 3 months. So it's
Which
a
is-
one-time upfront fee, and it includes 3 months of renting our furniture.
Yep.
Now, typically, we don't, well, lately, we don't go the 3 months.
Absolutely not.
But many years ago, they re-rent for 3 months.
Do you know what's funny? You mentioned that we talked about that in the show all the time,
Yeah.
that the average listing timeline today is about a week or less,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And about, a few years ago, it was 9 months on the
Yeah.
market. So that's a very interesting point
Yeah.
you make. So
We still
today,
allow up to 3
We
months.
still allow it, and we still wait, because we have to wait, just because something went under contract doesn't mean, and, until there's a written commitment, and it's,
Right.
the appraisal goes through, the
That's a
inspection.
very good point,
They
Kim.
wanna leave the furniture in there, because they're like, don't take it out, because what if this buyer drops out for whatever reason?
Right.
So they have to be 100% sure, telling us to come get the.
Yeah, we leave it in all the way up to closing.
that's actually something
Yeah.
that's spectacular, guys. If you're listening and watching, and by the way, if you guys have any questions at all, you're on social media right now, please do not hesitate to ask us questions. I know we're talking a lot here. Jonathan hopefully is watching
I
the
have a question.
Facebook page and the Instagram page and looking to see what kind of questions you may have.
I'm
Eric,
gonna
question to
interrupt
you.
because you said if anybody has questions, to go ahead and ask. So I
There you
figured I'd
go.
ask one. So, do you have like seasonal decors as well?
I would say we don't really do seasonal, right? Because the point of staging is to stay pretty neutral. You want to neutralize the space, appeal to the most amount of mass buyers, and that's the point of staging. So with that, I would say we don't really have seasonal furnishing for sure, and then even further accessories, like if we want to add pumpkins or something in, you're saying,
Yeah, I
into
meant
the
like,
centerpieces.
would you
we
put up
might
a
throw-
Christmas tree if it was Christmas time, or that's not in the?
Oh, that's a good question.
No.
Yeah, that's good.
You know?
We haven't had to do that yet.
No, I
actually.
think we put a couple mums out in a pumpkin, just,
Yeah, the minor things, but
I think we've done that before, but none of our props are holiday related. If
Okay.
that helps, we don't have,
yeah, everyone celebrates different things, so
Right.
you
Yeah.
want to appeal to the mass.
right.
So what you're saying to me is if like Halloween was coming up, you wouldn't do like a whole haunted house theme?
Well, I might, but no, I might want to, but I definitely would stay away from it. Yeah, we try to just keep it very neutral. Yeah.
That makes sense because again, most people we need to have a very typically the buyers today are looking for more of a contemporary look.
Yeah.
The grays are in, the whites are in, the typical colors.
Yeah.
What kind of color patterns do you find work best across the board? Is that a fair question to ask?
So I always
Ken?
go to her for, I always look
Going
to
back
her
to
for the-
Lacee.
Yeah, I always go back to Lacey for the color.
Definitely neutrals. We use our pops of colors in our accessories, like our pillows will be pops of color. But definitely neutrals. I would say the light grays. We stay away from like stark white, obviously, but we want to keep it warm. So the warmer grays we stick with. We don't usually do the cold grays.
Eric's
A
got
lot of the
question.
houses, and the realtors are suggesting this color palette of, the gray walls with the white trim.
Yeah.
As we're in a room with gray walls and white trim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we are.
So I would imagine then you have a set of furniture that like just
Would complement
is
it.
always, but
Absolutely.
always just like it's the same ones that you're using on a
Yes.
continuous basis
Yes.
because of that popular pattern right now.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah. Anything neutral, sets us up for a clean base to start with, and all of our furniture goes with anything. And we bring in the color in our props and accessories, so
We
it's all interchangeable.
correct. I mean, we have had some sellers who refuse to repaint their red wall, and there's nothing we can do. We can't force them to paint their walls if they don't want to. We can talk them into changing to some more modern light fixtures and things like that. And we have. Change your vanity, change out your mirror, try to get rid of that red wall, take that wallpaper down. But a lot of people, they do all their homework, but there's just some they're not going to do. So our furniture has to kind of go around all of that.
You're right.
You
Well,
can't
You
make
need to
someone.
go back with Dave because Dave gets them to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, the
It's-
important.
we usually can, but I will say we have, if you look through our before and after photos, once we stage, I don't even notice that red wall, but when I walk in the house, I'm like, ooh, wow, but it's a very different circumstance. Usually it's
it's our job to either make it work or draw their eye away from things like
Yes.
Good point.
Yep.
You know, it's interesting you mentioned about wallpaper removal is very difficult, very tough job.
Yeah.
Having a home painted makes a huge difference. And
Yeah.
our company has this program called the Revitalize program, which has been unbelievable for buyers and sellers to experience because as a seller, you have a Revitalize program, which means you have equity in your house and the company goes in there and they kind of help paint and do
Right.
things to the house to get it
Right.
ready. And then you have you guys as the stagers that come in there and you really just doll the whole house up. You even have different kind of rugs and is it rugs the right word or things you guys put on the floor and
Yeah.
I've seen like different of course the different pillows and rugs and furniture and you really have so many different kinds of furniture between couches and chairs and
Yeah.
all the different kind of things, bedroom furniture.
Yeah.
You can take a room that's small and make an office out of it or make it a little small bedroom out of it, right? I mean,
Correct. Yeah.
Yep.
TVs also?
No.
No,
Okay.
That's
So
a-
not the fake IKEA TV
Yeah.
either? Okay.
So a lot
not
of,
our style anyway.
no, we
Okay.
don't, there's not been one house that we've used a fake TV in. It just doesn't.
I've taken TVs out.
We
In
take
the
TV
bedroom, out.
We've taken TVs out for the stage, you know. A lot of times.
it's a good point you make actually because sometimes a bedroom it's almost too many things going on.
Yeah.
And you
And-
need to show it as a bedroom versus
Exactly.
Right.
because even though people live in a bedroom and have a TV in their bedrooms, right, which is very common today, we all have
Yeah.
a TV in our bedroom. But when it comes to selling a house, less is
Right,
More.
and it's cluttering
Absolutely.
up your dresser or it's cluttering up your wall space.
Yeah, we just did a stage on Friday. They had a flat screen TV on their dresser covering up half of their mirror. I said, no way. Take
Right.
this off,
Yeah.
added a centerpiece.
Right in the closet.
Now it's a dresser.
and the seller understood it and appreciated the
Yeah,
fact
and the
that
house, and
Yes.
the house got 3 offers on Sunday, so he
That's-
doesn't care that we took his TV off of it. I'm sure he's thrilled.
how often do you guys buy new furniture?
I'd say we'd cycle out probably every quarter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Things sometimes tend to get ruined, not on purpose. You know, we trailer things, we're picking stuff up. A nick on a coffee table, you can only hide for so long with the stick.
Right.
A lot of times, you know, we could even stage our own stuff. So if we have a coffee table that has a nick, we put it, you know, it's drawn to the centerpiece. No one even sees that because that's
Right,
part of
right.
staging. But like Lacey said, once it gets to the point where we're kind of like, oh, that doesn't look good, let's turn it. Like, you know, then you have to start getting more. But our furniture, because no one really uses it or sits on it, or, you know, we use air mattresses for the beds. We don't bring in real mattresses.
Yep.
The headboards don't get messed up. The end tables aren't getting scratched because there's no one putting drinks on them. That lasts a pretty long time.
Air mattresses though, we have to
Yeah.
buy probably once
Air
every
mattresses
stage.
are-
We have to buy a new
Really?
air mattress.
Yeah, because even if they're up when we get there in our store, I don't know if it's something about us deflating and folding and putting in our warehouse and on the shelf. Every time we go, that's another reason why I go back at 5 a.m. to make sure that air mattress is still blown up.
Yeah.
You know?
That's probably the
Interesting.
biggest pain point actually.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because they deflate with humidity, or like if it's cold or hot, or they deflate if there's a hole in it, or
Correct.
if you poked it, or during travel. So I'm
That's very
I'm on the
inter-
lookout for some type of better method for that.
Yeah.
I'm actually
for sure.
surprised that an air mattress have so many issues, but it makes sense though because the more wear and tear, the more opening, I guess blowing it up.
Blowing it up,
yeah.
opening up. You might overblow it. The seam might get a little.
You would
know.
think that these companies who have air mattresses or have these kind of, they have some kind of warranty to them. There needs to be a better air mattress.
Correct, and
But-
that's one of our pet peeves, I guess, that someone always has to go back. Now what we basically started is we just bring 2 new ones when we're there. You know, we got smart. We leave the pump. We work with wonderful realtors, so we can leave the pump right on site, and if the our only main thing is we want the picture to look good. I can
Amen.
stop by anytime. So between the time we leave from staging and the photographer comes, if that air mattress is deflated, we're in trouble.
Well, not to mention the realtor should be there when the photos are being done
Correct.
to make sure that everything looks the way it's
Correct.
supposed
So-
to look like.
right.
And if
So-
you have a realtor not at the photo shoot of your property and
Right.
it doesn't look right,
So we
what
let the
heck?
realtor know, there's a pump hiding behind that pillow. If it goes down, at least just blow it up for the pictures, and then we don't
Yeah.
usually have any issues.
It's
Our
probably
realtors are
because of the
easy.
ghosts in the houses. They have
Yeah.
they're using the bed furniture and,
Yeah.
you know.
That's it.
That's really it. for
So do you
real.
guys stage outdoors as well?
No.
When he means outdoors, I guess like,
Like
a
lawn,
patio.
patio furniture, anything like that? Okay.
Nope, actually. I
That
think
might
we
be
did-
something to kind of, you know.
Yeah, we did one time. I think we bought a handful of Adirondack chairs for a certain home, and we ended up just, I ended up putting them back at my house because it's too much to store those items.
Interesting.
And it's not gonna make or break the sale of the home to have outdoor furniture out on a patio, because people have that visual, they know what they can put on their
That's
patio.
true. That's true.
So for us to get a whole nother warehouse or a storage unit to store outdoor furniture, that's just gonna get ruined anyways, because no one's bringing those pillows in for
Yeah.
us every day.
Right.
It's not worth it, so no, to be honest, we don't, if we do an occupied stage and they
I was
have
gonna
stuff
say.
outside, we'll run out and we'll kind of
Rearrange it, set it up, we'll
Set
put
it
our
up.
props out there, we may put some pillows out there, some outdoor pillows out there, but we're not gonna bring the whole entire shebang.
Yeah.
How long, on average, and this is a very vague question,
Yeah.
right? How long does it take to stage a house? Because, I mean, obviously a house that's, let's say, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, let's say a ranch,
Yeah.
it might be different than, let's say, a colonial of 3,000 square feet.
Yeah,
So,
I feel like we can get through any stage really within a half a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quick.
Yeah.
In and out, oh yeah, we're quick. In and out, stage is done, house looks completely different.
most
Yeah.
important thing to know, by the way, with these guys here, the people who are staging and bringing the furniture and traveling with the furniture for your houses are these two here. These guys, do not be for 1 second confused on the muscles and strength they have
Right.
with moving furniture. These are a moving company, mom and daughter, who are a moving company, a stager, all in one.
Right.
They're out there in the middle of the night, driving to your house, setting it up, then coming back to the house, watching the way the sunlight hits your house. I mean, that's a lot of, you take a lot of pride in this
Yeah,
business
we
because,
definitely do. We
you know,
definitely do.
you know how important your realtors are to you.
Yeah.
And it really makes a difference to all of us as agents who are out there. And there are a
Right.
lot of agents right now watching this show.
Yeah.
And will watch this show in the replay. And you're going to get a lot of phone calls
Yeah.
from people because they're going to say, oh my God, I need these guys in my life.
Yeah.
If you've never staged a home, if you're a realtor and you've always wanted to get a stager, Kim and Lacey are your picture perfect company to go with.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. And to touch back on that, my son-in-law, my son will help if we need it.
Oh.
If we're in a bind, they'll come help us unload furniture. But we don't, like we were saying, our furniture isn't heavy furniture. Our furniture is just how it looks. It's not, what's the word we use? It's not,
I mean, it's not super bulky stuff. We're not bringing in what I would call like a basement
yeah.
couch.
The biggest thing we bring in together is a couch. Everything
Right.
else is in pieces,
Yeah.
So we don't get a couch that weighs a zillion pounds. We have a lightweight couch.
Right.
And, it's, it
Which
just
also
works.
makes rooms look larger because of the piece
Yeah.
you're using. So
Yeah.
depending on the home you're staging, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's a big family room,
Right.
and you want to make the room look beautiful and well staged, but it doesn't need to be a room that fills up all its furniture.
Correct.
Exactly,
Because
yeah.
more is not always better.
That is correct.
Was
yeah.
Jonathan going to post a before and after?
Have you been posting before and after? Okay,
photo?
so he's
Nice.
been posting before and after photos. Hopefully,
Okay,
you guys get a
beautiful.
chance to see more about what they do on a regular basis and making sure you have their contact information. Jonathan, I know you put their Facebook page. I know you put their Instagram page. I don't know if there's a phone number. I should have asked you prepare in advance, but let's give everybody a phone number to
Sure.
reach out to you guys.
Sure.
Please and thank you.
Our company phone number is 860-770-2740.
Now, Jonathan's going to put that in the screen. Again, 860
770-2740.
2740. Make sure you call them up. If you're a realtor, number one, call them up. If you're not a realtor and you're looking to have maybe your home staged before talking to a realtor to get an idea what it's involved, it's very reasonable. It makes a huge difference in how your home looks, and it helps us as agents really sell your home. And you want your agents who you're hiring to sell your home to make sure the photos, the video of your property looks on point. Right, Eric?
The timing on that was coincidental.
Yeah.
Her-
Someone called me
Kim's
already.
phone rang as
Isn't
she
that
was entering
wonderful?
the number. I was like, wow, they're calling
They're
quick.
calling. It's like ringing
It-
off the
it
hook.
definitely-
It's
it definitely
crazy.
could be. It definitely could be.
Quick.
And I one more question or two more questions for you.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, well, I asked you this question: how long does it take to stage your home? How many stages do you guys do an average week, month, year? Is that a fair question?
Yeah, I mean, it ebbs and flows, of course, I would say. Weekly definitely ebbs and flows. So I would say monthly, probably 4 to 5
Yeah.
a month. And then upwards of
60 plus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Some months are.
We lost count over.
We lose count. Sometimes we're doing 2 or 3 a weekend and one during the week. Sometimes we go a week or 2 without it. There's a lot of prep work. So if we're doing an occupied stage, and a lot of ours are occupied, as
Is
well.
that right?
So
A lot of them are occupied stages.
yeah,
Yeah,
a lot.
definitely.
So it takes a while for that customer to do that homework,
Right.
To pack their house, to get it organized, to declutter. So we know it's coming up, So we always have stages in the process, We're
I
always
don't-
preparing.
I'm going to put this out there in advance. I'm going to guarantee that your increase of business is at least 20% after this video goes live. And I mean that sincerely because anybody who hasn't met, talked with, and had experience in working with you guys, it's going to be something they're going to be so thankful for. Realtors out there, call Kim and Lacee. It's going to help change your business and the future of it. If you're a new agent, you don't know much about staging, get to know what staging is all about. You've seen it on TV, you've seen it on YouTube, you've seen it in all these different videos and how staging helps a home sell. It really works.
Yeah.
And your sellers are going to love you because they're, what the funny part is? I've had a lot of times where the wife comes up to me, that sounds sexy, the wife comes up to me and says, oh my God, this is exactly what I wanted for my house to look like the whole time.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't want to leave. They reconsider selling.
It's really, it's kind of like love it or list it,
Yeah.
but your furniture makes a huge difference in how your
Exactly.
house looks.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite part. We wait. So the seller is never home during our stage.
Yes.
We always ask them to vacate the home. And our favorite part is when we leave and we wait for their call. And it's like so gratifying. It's unbelievable. We have people, I had to call my husband to come home from work.
They can't
Can you come to my
they
new
don't
house?
recognize what their house looks like
They
because
can't believe that's their house, and they don't. Sometimes they're like, "We don't want to leave. We want to stay. Can you come with us and do our new house?" They want to buy everything in it. It's
Yes.
just so nice to hear. And these people, like we talked about in the beginning, are the people that couldn't get the visual of what we were doing
Yes.
until they literally walk into their home.
it's
Yep.
it's an amazing experience for people to go through.
Yeah.
On the selling side, it's an amazing experience as realtors to go through.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing experience for the buyers to go through to see that home all staged.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got to tell you, you guys are an amazing couple.
Thank you.
Mother and daughter who are just killing it in this business. And if you haven't done this before, you definitely want to call them up. You're going to love working with them. They're fun, they're lively, and they're wicked knowledgeable. And they're going to make your house look amazing. I want to thank you so much for watching our show every week. We're going to go to the Tumbler giveaway in 2 seconds, but I just want to thank you so much again for watching us live every week. On YouTube, go to Team Powerhouse Real Estate, hit subscribe, watch our shows on the replay. Jonathan does an edited version of our show with some music and a little
Oh, nice.
pizzazz to it.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And then what's going to happen is you get to be in the car driving and they want to listen to what's going on. They can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and then we do a little sometimes TikTok videos and that kind of stuff. And some fun with our properties. Guys, stay tuned. We're having a lot of fun with you guys, and we appreciate you every week. We're coming up on our 1-year anniversary over here. I think it's the 26th of June. So
Wow.
in a couple weeks, we're going to have
Congratulations.
a big show. Thank you so much. Jonathan, let's go to the Tumbler giveaway, please. Who's going to be the lucky winner of a Tumbler this week? Bum, 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 bum. And the winner is Rakesh Kukar, 99 IG. Is that Instagram? Rakesh, thank you so much for watching. Please get in touch with us. We're going to be sending you a free tumbler. And again, every week we give it a free tumbler. We love to have amazing guests like you guys.
Thank you
you
guys.
so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
You guys are
Thank you
simply
guys for
amazing.
having us. Thank you.
Our pleasure. Do not forget to resubscribe. Make sure you watch the show. And we look forward to seeing you every week, 5 p.m. on Tuesdays. Have a wonderful night, everybody.